Tesla's stock surge has gotten a lot of attention, but is this a case of a stock bubble that's ready to pop? On the phone with us right now, Colin Rusch, Managing Director and Senior Research Analyst at Oppenheimer. And when we saw this surge in Bitcoin in 2017, a lot of people said beware. Should people beware of what we're seeing with Tesla? Because they set a target, 500,000 vehicles this year, but already, are they going to be able to meet that? We know that China's going to have to slow down.
You know, there shouldn't be an issue. There shouldn't be an issue with reaching the guidance. I'm not concerned about that at all. Obviously, what I think most folks are concerned about is what's going on with the stock relative to fundamentals, because not much has changed in the last week and a half, but the stock certainly has moved pretty dramatically. And what we're seeing happen with our clients and within the industry is really seeing the implications of a couple of important things. One, the cycle time that Tesla's been able to demonstrate in terms of ramping these factories and bringing products to market, notably the China factory and the Model Y, going from prototype to production so quickly. And then secondarily, what's the impact of the energy storage technology that they have? We think there's actually a meaningful amount of IP within the battery design and the materials that they're leveraging through the powertrain. And what that really means for two things, the rest of the industry in terms of being able to catch up, and secondarily, what the profit pool looks like for Tesla.
Colin, you just brought up batteries. Elon Musk has hinted there's a big announcement coming in April. Do you have any insight into what that might be?
So we've been following a company called Maxwell Technologies for over a decade that Tesla bought last year. And Maxwell has a dry electrode process that they've commercialized, and that's now part of the Tesla process going forward, we believe. And what it does is you're going from a wet process and into a dry process, and you have a couple of important things. One, your cycle time shortens because you're not having to dry these things out. But two, you can design materials in a far more specific way for production. And we think there's something that we're not sure exactly how extensive that IP is in terms of going into production and what it'll do to the batteries. But we think there's something important there, and we're looking forward to hearing more from the company in April.
Colin, I'm told the stock is having its worst day in 8 years as we're seeing its pullback today. Of course, that's after it just about doubled this year thus far. Have you ever covered a stock like this before? And how do you? When seemingly the stock action is so divorced, you're talking very rationally about all the fundamentals around Tesla, whereas seemingly the stock trading has virtually nothing to do with those fundamentals.
I would disagree with your assertion that the stock trading is disconnected from fundamentals entirely. But the thing that we do is we always ground back to cash flow. And so, at the end of the day, we're looking at cash in and cash out. And one of the things that is, I think, super important for us is we look out into 2022, 23, and 24, the sensitivity around gross margins for this company. If we just look at 2024, where we're basing our price target right now, which is at 684, 100 basis points of gross margin translates into almost $3 of earnings power. So if we're a little bit low, we're at 24% automotive gross margins in that model. If we're a little low and they're able to achieve 27% per se, then that's an extra almost $10 of earnings power, and with a 30 times multiple, that translates into about $300 of stock value. And so I think that's what's going on with our clients right now is they're figuring out the fidelity of their models going forward and how they want to value that fidelity and what sort of risk profile to put on the earnings power for the company going forward.
Colin, thank you. Colin Rusch is Managing Director and Senior Research Analyst at Oppenheimer. Thank you.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.